Hello YouTube. Hope everyone's having a great day. I'm wearing my Mac hat. You know, oftentimes I guess I come across as a Peterbilt, Kenworth, and Western Star guy. And don't get me wrong, those are some great trucks. I absolutely love them. You know, Peterbilt is especially known, and so is Kenworth and Western Star. All three of those are known to have very strong trucks. You know, really powerful engines, depending on which engine. You know, whether it's a Caterpillar engine or a Cummins engine in it. And I think the Macs oftentimes get overshadowed, where Macs were the first to incorporate an engine brake. Whether that be, you know, in the whole scheme of things before their, you know, exhaust brake, Jake brakes, all this other stuff, Macs were the first to incorporate that in their engines. But I love Macs, the R series, the RWs, the Superliners, the CHs, etc., etc. But here's my sin of the day. It is a Rige Lador War and Peace 2. I find this to be a sweeter version of the number of War and Peace 1. Russian Atom released War and Peace 1, and what comes after 1? 2. Excuse me while I'll still hydrate. Some nice sweet tea. And yes, Americans, we love our tea sweet. This is a 30 ml, came out in 2019. Top notes are 35 million year old amber resin. I kind of question the dating of that, but you know, who am I to judge? Rue Galab 2019, Indian Patchouli and Orris Root Absolute. Yeah, you definitely get some Orris in here. Base notes are Co-Absolute of Deer Musk, Ambergris, and Castoreum made by Russian Atom. I'm sure the animal made the Castoreum, not Russian Atom, but you know, who am I to judge? Indonesian Vetiver, Absolute, Synthetic Civet, and Amber Resin Oil. So 2 amber resins in there. I'm sure that's why it gives all that sweet note. If you're a man who enjoys early 19th century things, whether it be clothing, boots, guns, women, the whole culture, you'll love this scent. You'll love it. Absolutely love it. It can be readily available and somewhat easily found online. I noticed the prices on it have gone up recently. You used to be able to find it for, you know, dirt cheap, not necessarily dirt cheap, but for less than the prices they're asking now. And today in this video, it is a video basically around this fragrance, Frederic Malle the Moon. I'm not talking about it. Of course, you can see by the title. But this is about how to spot a fake Frederic Malle. Now, this is a 2019, 2020. This is a 2020 bottle. Sorry, I bought this in 2020. And the thing about it is there's a lot of these Frederic Malles that have started to go around that are fake, and they have been deemed fake. So this is a 2020 bottle. I've heard it's been reformulated. You know, I don't really don't want to spend all the money to buy it. Another bottle to test if it's been reformulated. I might do it sometime in the future. This is a 2016 bottle of French Lover. This is a matte cap of Noir Pieces. Thank you to Christo for selling me this bottle. And here's a 2022 bottle of Music for a While. Man, it's really good stuff right here. But you can tell I haven't used this bottle a lot. But here's how to spot a fake Frederic Malle. First of all, you'll be able to look inside. Let me take all these off. you'll be able to look inside of the cap, and there will be a little collet in there to where it fits down over the, I guess this collet on the atomizer. Crap. Dang it, I'm gonna end up messing these up and not know which one is which. Crap. Anyways, well, yeah, I'll be able to do it that way. Definitely the moon, French Lover, Music for a While, Noir pieces. Anyways, you can look in here and see. It has a little collet in there, or it fits over the atomizer just perfectly, and there will be little pressure slots in here to where it pops down over the cap and it locks itself in. And there will be a number inside of here as well. I don't know. I think it's just single-digit numbers. One is 5, 6, 3, and 6. 6 again. Yeah. Maybe this is an S6. So that'll be the first way. The second way is take off the actual spray part of the atomizer. Now, the reason why my Frederic French Lover one appears to be darker is because you can actually see that there's juice, there's liquid in the top of it where the bottle started to leak over time. And that is an inherent trait of your Frederic Malle bottles if you move them or if you've sprayed them plenty of times. And you can see in here, this will be the little pattern. See, I have the sprayer, a little thing that jets off to the left or right, depending on how you're looking at it. And there will be no mistaking when you actually spray these that you know that these are Frederic Malle. And you got to look at, making sure that this is about half an inch. This piece right here will be about half an inch. And as you can see right here, does the same thing. Let me see here. See, does the same thing, jets off to the same way. Got to remember which is which on here. Music for a while. And you can see with a sprayer, that'll be the Frederic Malle spray. That'll be how it sprays. Let me go through because I gotta. Oh, and look on the inside here, This is what it'll look like. And and you can tell by the glass on the inside, it'll be basically perfectly round. I think that all Frederic Malles have they come out, it'll almost be perfectly round. As you can see, it'll come out and it'll almost have like a little football-esque top shape to it, at least on this one. Kind of does it here on my French Lover, as well as on the Noir pieces, and here on the Music for a While. Now, I'm not going to mention batch codes because batch codes can be faked. Once again, here's the sprayer on the French Lover. Here's the sprayer on the Noir pieces. Oh, this crap is getting in my tea. I can see. Got a perfume taste in my tea now. And once you put it down on here, that's how it'll be. That's how it'll spray. There won't be any. Oh man, that moon is so powerful. There won't be any little mishaps or anything like that. That's how a Frederic Malle bottle will spray every single time. Unless you get it new and then you had to get it, pressurized up. But that's how you can really spot a Frederic Malle bottle. Now, there are some of these that'll vary. If I remember correctly, you read a Frederic Malle bottle on the batch code differently, but it is what it is. Just like this, this on the Noir Pieces bottle, it says when it expires. On my Frederic Malle, it does not. It says tester, not for sale. AB16. So I guess that's the 6 stands for. Oh, my oven. Let's heat it up. So I guess the 6 stands for 2016. Now on the Noir Pieces, it just has the expiration date. It doesn't actually have a batch code on it. And on the Music for a While, it has A61. You see, so I guess I don't know. And it has 2201. So maybe it was made in the first month of. Well, no, maybe it was made in October of 2022. I don't know. And on my Frederic, on the moon, it says A21, so I guess 21 is the year it was made. And even like this says A61, so it's either made in 1961 or 2061, and we haven't got to 2061 yet. It has 21, 13, 1. So I guess that's the first month of the. Maybe that's January 31st, 2021. Maybe that's when it was made. I don't know. It's hard to tell, and it's really weird going over batch codes. I'd rather go over formula codes. This is here, and this is here. Is it? Yeah. So that's how I go over it. And you can also look at the font on these. And that is what has really made me look at a lot of these Frederic Malle bottles, especially the Moon. Sorry, I didn't mean to give anyone a little nipple there. Is the font of some of these. Let me see if I can correct it maybe. Man, that light is just not cooperating with me. Hopefully that's not like a sign, like off The Omen. If you've ever watched the movie The Omen, you'll know what I mean. It's annoying. Let me see if I can. There we go. You can look at the font on this. The font is crisp. There's no distinction. The font is all the same. The only thing that changes is the letter size. Same with, this one. And like I said, there will be different things on the back. There will be different things. And this is just a reference, On this Malle bottle, it says EDP Fragrance Holdings SAS. Dist, I guess that means distance. 21 Rue du Mont, Thabor, 75,001, Paris, France. WLB Ltd GU32 3DD. UK, FredricMalle.com, The Moon, Eau de Parfum, recyclable bottle made in France. It has a little recycle symbol. It doesn't actually say that. 100 ml, 3.4 fluid ounces, made in France, H4NL. Not sure what that means. Just like this one, this Music for a While has the same address. It doesn't have the volume on there. I know on some of them it does. I know on a couple of my other bottles it does. Oh, like here it says Eau de Parfum, 79% VOL. Has the same address and everything on there. I'm not sure what the H. This is my and if you don't want to listen to this, just click off. I don't care. The French Lover bottle has H48N. I don't think that's a batch code. I think that might be a variance or an IFRA compliance thing. This bottle, the Moon, has H4NL, and the Music for a While has H4NF. And this one doesn't have any of that on there. It has the same address, 75,001. Paris, 100 ml, has 16.8% PV, 80% VOL. So that's what it has on the back of this. So, I could get out and show the rest of my Frederic Malle bottles, but I don't want to flex. But I've noticed a lot of the Moon coming up for sale, and it kind of happens like that in waves. When a lot of the Fragrance du Bois were being faked, when a lot of the Rosias were being faked, when a lot of Manceras and Montals and the Creeds and the Parfums de Marly's, when a lot of them were being faked, they would come out as one fragrance. It would be like a whole 100, and it'd be like a whole 1,000 bottles of fake Roja Amber Oud or something like that, or Elysium or Enigma, and they'd all be fake. And then it would go to another one, and then another one, and then another one. It's like that these faking companies from in Russia or wherever they're at. I'm not pinpointing Russia, but a lot of bottles are fake that do come from Russia. Is that they'll save up enough money that they'll do whatever they got to do, and they purchase some of these bottles, and they'll find a couple of real batch codes, and they'll put it on there. Excuse me. And they'll only have like enough money to do these, and they'll do a bunch of them, and then they'll wait till they get the money back, and then they'll keep going and going and going down the list and down the line. So it's not just a whole house at once. It is one particular fragrance they're selling at once and going and going and going and sell. But I've noticed this being faked a lot, so save your money. Buy directly from Frederic Malle. Buy in person at a reputable department store, boutique, whatever you want to call it. Go to Nose Paris. I know Premier Avenue takes a long time, but Premier Avenue, I would buy this for real, honestly. There's been several times in the past couple of months that I've looked at Frederic Malle's, and I've asked people, hey, will you send me some pictures of the batch code if you have it, the formula code, and really I could care less about the batch code and the formula code. That's kind of just to see if they will, and then I ask them to let me see inside of here, take take this off, and then let me see up under here. Let me see that stuff. And sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. And if they usually won't, I'll report them to whoever the admins are of the group, and I'll let them deal with it from there. I'm not going to accuse anyone of having a fake bottle or selling fakes, but sometimes you have to. I understand that what happens a lot of times is they'll actually buy these bottles, and they'll be fake, and people will know they're fake, and they'll go to resell them without saying, hey, this is a fake. And really what needs to happen, and I know it can be hard to do, but if you buy a fake by any chance and it's 100% a fake, destroy it, throw it away. throw it away. That's the best thing to do. There's no reason to have it. You know, maybe you might like the look of the bottle and you just want to have it, you know, sitting around. That is completely fine. Maybe you want to use it as an air freshener for your bathroom or your vehicle. That is completely fine, but I wouldn't spray it on my skin because you don't know what the ingredients are in there. And I definitely would not sell it, man. Just cut your losses. You know, say, you know, you lost $200. You know, you lost $200. You know, I know it's hard to reap that and it's hard to accept that, but you know, you lost $200. Oh well, you know, let's get over it and move on and not corrode or redigest the bottles back into the system to where other people buy fakes. So that's my video. That's my rant. That is how to spot a fake Frederic Malle.